everybody to another exciting edition of Transformers Reviews. Well, today guys, I'm super excited to finally bring you Springer. And you know what? This figure does not disappoint, okay? And overall, this is awesome. I've always liked the front end of his vehicle mode, especially how it later morphs into like his helicopter bit. But overall, it's great. And you know what? I love these little jet boosters on the back. But that's part of like Springer's charm. And I mean, you know, on a normal surface, this will roll pretty well. Now, if I had one complaint, it's actually this. Is this belt buckle down here? This actually sticks out somewhat lower than the wheels. And so, like, whenever it's rolling, it's actually dragging across his belt buckle thing. So I'm like, that's a downside, but overall, you know, vehicle mode, it's amazing. Let me show you how he stacks up against Megatron. Which, you know what? He's a Cybertronian armored car, so the correlation to like a tank size, it's not that hard to believe. If you were to stack him up against Ironhide, to see like a van look like super small compared to it, which is what throws me for a loop. And these guys are both Voyagers, but again, we never saw Ironhide and Springer together. However, let's go ahead and look at Springer in his helicopter mode. And I gotta say guys, I really do like his helicopter mode. There is one thing that I wish was just slightly a little bit different about it, because when you look at the animation model and stuff, all the small little aesthetic details are correct. It's kind of like they took all of them and went whoop and just kind of squished them together. At the end of the day, is this still a really cool looking helicopter? I mean, definitely yes. One thing that I'm definitely loving on this is the grunge and siege detail. It actually works with somebody like Springer really well. And that, but now the boosters here in helicopter mode, they just make a lot more sense. However, what if you wanted to scale them against a Decepticon like, say, Starscream? Well, you know, to be honest, I really like how he scales up against Starscream. If you wanted to have these guys on the same shelf, like, that would be kind of cool, having a Cybertronian Tetrajet versus like a Cybertronian helicopter. But let's not delay a moment longer, because I am really anxious to show you guys what Springer looks like in his robot mode. Now here in robot mode is where Springer actually shines his absolute best. Now obviously you notice he's holding his sword in his hand. He does come with another blade, so if you wanted to have him dual wielding these blades, that is an option. However, look at his nice little rifle here. What if instead of swords, you wanted to have him dual wield some guns? Well, again, just pull them apart, and there you go. Now he has two guns. For a Voyager figure, I mean, this is everything I could want out of a modern Springer. I mean, overall, he doesn't look too junky on the back. I mean, I kind of like the rocket deal on his back. And then, you know what? I mean, he still retains the play feature for this line, but on his own, I think he's good enough. Like, I don't think I'll ever have to use COG or 6-gun on him, because he is aesthetically that good. So, I'm really happy to actually have this version of Springer. But before we go, guys, let's show him off at the cast that he starred with in the original animated Transformers movie. He does actually look pretty good with the other figures, especially, you know, some of the more recently released ones. And as far as with scale, with like, say, Ultra Magnus behind him, that's perfect. Also, how he scales with Hot Rod from the Power of the Primes, perfect. How he scales with the other three, again, he's hitting every mark I could want for this guy. As you can tell, guys, I've been, like I mentioned at the outset, I'm very excited. It's been something I've been waiting for so long, and to finally have him, I'm just, you know, over the moon. So anyway, guys, that has been the review of Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Springer, and until next time, guys, we will see you in another review.